With only a matter of days to go until that exciting time every 4 years with the Rugby World Cup, it's inspired me to maybe tell you a bit more of the Tiki Tonga story and maybe some of those unique personalities and players that have inspired me to create our range of Tiki Tonga coffees. So Tiki Tonga, as you know, is inspired by a victory song brought to the UK and Saracens from friends who'd spent some time in New Zealand, and really encapsulate that feel-good nature of a team together in song, sharing the moment in celebration. And that's really what we feel about Tiki Tonga. So as we move on to our Tiki Tonga coffees, we start with our number 2, the heavy hitter blend. And when I think of personalities and people I've played with over my career, the notes of heavy and punchy inspires me to think of the likes of John Smith, Bismarck du Plessis, and in my latter years, a Jamie George. Guys who really the fulcrum of the set piece, masters of their craft. Obviously, a Scalp Brits type player, one of the most talented players I ever played with. Doesn't quite fit the bill there. Nevertheless, the John and Jamie George roles of the year certainly suit the number 2 blend. As we move to the back row, the big contender, the powerful notes, the big ball carrier, it really makes me think of Billy Vunipola, a guy who always gives instant go forward. He's always been the main man to get the team on the front foot, and I have no doubt he'll be the fulcrum to England's attack as we go into the World Cup. The number 9, as we move into the back line, the snappy finisher. You know, guys who really are at the coalface, are making the team tick. They're engaging with forwards, but also providing that quick service for the back line to attack. I think in my early years, the likes of a Rory Cockett, a real whippet, someone who packed a big punch, as well as being, you know, the snappy sort of number 9 who was always in the teammates' faces as well as the opposition. Then in my latter years, Neil de Kock, Richard Wigglesworth, guys who really drove the team forward and set high standards, and were always quick to see an opening and take a quick gap. Number 10, the general. You know, the main man, he makes the attack tick, is usually the person who's calling the shots, calling the moves, but also being able to be that moment of resolve and calm and deciding at what pace the team must play at. In my early years, I benefited from playing with some fantastic 10s who I learned a lot from, the likes of Butch James, Tony Brown, and the maestro magician Freddie Michalak, were guys I spent a lot of time playing with as a young kid and learned a hell of a lot from. In my latter years at Saracens, you know, Owen Farrell's certainly someone who fits the bill of the general. He always gets the best out of his teammates and always keeps the team ticking. Then the all-rounder, the number 12. I like to think I tried to create something that resembles me in some small way, but nevertheless, the number 12 also packs a powerful hit. And I think of guys I've played with and against in that number 12 jersey, Manu Tuilagi at both the Leicester level and at England level. Maanonu is obviously probably one of the greatest 12s that have ever played. And in my Saracens jerseys, the likes of Duncan Taylor, Marcelo Bosch, certainly guys that have inspired this unique position. And then, I guess last but not least, we have our number 24. And the number 24 really encapsulated what Tiki Tonga means, but more importantly within a sporting organization of everyone having a unique role. Only 23 get the unique opportunity to represent the team on a Saturday. And the number 24 really resembles that squad effort and mentality to make sure the team's in their best position as they go into a weekend. The number 24 is a decaffeinated blend, a Swiss water process, a Brazilian coffee, fantastic, and many have commented being the most delicious decaf they've ever had. So guys, again, I hope this has given you some greater clarity and context behind the names, the blends, the personalities behind Tiki Tonga. We hope you enjoyed the Rugby World Cup. Thank you for your continued support. It's hugely appreciated. All the best.